Okay, let's see. Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. This is Fierce's Bard. Hello, hello. Yeah, we're back. We're back to arting, and my mouth moves now. Yeah, I think I fixed it. It might be good. It might be good. We'll see. But yeah. Hopefully you guys are all having a good Thirsty Thursday. I'm just kind of getting stuff ready because I have a lot of things running in the background right now. Besides just this stream, I actually decided to add another wrinkle to my streaming journey right now, and this is a real test. I hope I'm not interrupting but by doing this, but like, we'll see how far our connection stretches by me doing this. But yeah, like, I do have now a vertical option for the stream. For those who are interested in trying to see this, if you guys want to check it out, hopefully the sound and the music is actually playing on that version of the stream. I have no idea if it's working or not. I honestly cannot tell you if it is. But yeah. Today I actually have a sketch that I prepared for this session. It's actually something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. I've been wanting to draw Fantome Mint, or Mint Fantome, right? Since I can remember. Like, the first time I saw her was in a collab stream with other streamers and stuff like that, right? And it's like, I just really thought that her design was cute, so I just wanted to draw her. And since then, I found out a little bit more info about her. But like, at least, wait, what is this? Oh, this is my animation panel. But yeah, ever since I found out more info about her, I've just been kind of like, oh, okay, she's cool. So I should try my best to represent her design as well as I can. So I started to sketch while I was offline, and this is what I came up with, and I'm hoping that it will be good. I'm hoping that it will be good towards the end of this. But yeah, like, the idea behind the image is sort of like she's floating over, I guess, the viewer and stuff, and she, there's a couple of her Fantomites. I don't know what her fan base is called, like, underneath and stuff like that. And I guess you're just looking up at her as she's floating in the abandoned haunted maid cafe here. So yeah, like, I think it might be a good idea. And it's something that I thought was kind of cool, like the idea and stuff like that. So I just really wanted to do it. And I also, wanted to try more of the upturned face poses and stuff like that, right? Because, like, one of my favorite artists, it does specialize in this sort of thing, and I've been wanting to do some of my own art in a similar fashion. So that's why she has that. And so I'm just kind of setting up everything now for this. I think I'm gonna go with a size 4 in terms of my 4 or 5. 5 will do. Yeah, I'm gonna be making the line work very thin for this one. So we shall see. But yeah, this particular image, like, I have some high hopes for this one. So we will just kind of get into it. Sorry, I keep having to clear my throat because it's getting a little rusty. My voice. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's a little bit scratchy right now. I don't know if it's because I'm coming down with something or whatever, but I don't think so. But these days, you never know. But here we go. it's definitely harder for me to get much smoother lines on this tablet. So I'm using the Canvas 13 um, third gen, third gen, um, and it is a good tablet. I will say that it's a good tablet, even though I'm complaining right now that it's harder for me to get the lines that I want out of it. It's still a very good tablet. Like, I've been able to do a lot of arting on this, and like it's much more portable than my usual tablet, the Cintiq 22, I think. 22 or 24, whichever one it was. It's been a minute since I've been in Cappy Town, so I'm like, I'm forgetting the hardware that I had. I'm already forgetting the hardware that I had there. But yeah, like, it's not bad. It's not bad, like, I can still get everything done that I need to get done with this, so I'm happy with it. I'm still happy with it, It's just that sometimes some things don't quite work the same way. Like, you have to be very cautious about where on the screen you're working, because the edges of the screen are definitely much less accurate than the middle of the screen. So, like, I keep drifting towards the edge of the screen as I'm doing this, and it's like, it's the accuracy just kind of falls right off a cliff at that point. But otherwise, like, again, it does everything that I need it to do, so that's all I can ask from it in the end. Right? Now, specifically with the line art with this one, I'm trying to get it as thin as I can, without it being ridiculous, right? Like, because, usually with the anime style art, you do to your line art, right? So I am trying, and I'm probably gonna have to fall into my bag of tricks to get it to fully where I want it to be. So we shall see. And here I'm trying to do like not like continuously the same level. I'm trying to give my line work a little bit of these like sort of areas where it's like is thinned out as much as I can and stuff like that, right? Like, I'm trying something a little bit different here. Because there's something to be said about when you do line work, and the line work has a lot of emotion behind it, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's the way you would describe it, but it's like, if you keep all your lines the exact same width, it feels a little boring, right? So I'm trying to do this a little bit differently. And sometimes I always have to adjust my lines a little bit. Just now I was using the mesh transform in Clip Studio to do that. That sometimes that little bit of adjustment is all you need, Yeah, it might be hard for me to converse the entire time at the same time as doing the line work here, because I tend to get really focused sometimes when I do line art. So like, I get quiet from time to time, so I'll apologize in advance. But yeah, like, why am I drawing Mint here and not working on the previous artwork? So you guys noticed that I was working on an Amazing Digital Circus fan art previously, right? But I finished the line art for that one like last week, and I I basically handed that over to my partner in crime, Mooney, who is busy coloring and adding color to that project. So it frees me up to do different projects, right? Because we're trying to fall into a workflow where we share certain projects because we're part of the same art collective. So, you know, like when Mooney is coloring something, I'm actually able to work on the line work and sketch other projects. So, you know, like I had a huge basically I've been drawing more VTubers as of late. So, you know, like I can go back to that for the time being because Mooney's helping me out with coloring. That project is probably going to take a while to finish coloring. Admittedly, I went a little crazy with how many characters are in it, so it's probably going to take a while for that one to be completed. So, you know, but it's okay. You know, that's kind of the nature of these projects, right? Like sometimes things will take longer to do. It's okay. You know, I'm just very fortunate that, you know, I have Mooney with me for that part of it. And, you know, like, again, it kind of frees me up to do this, right? Like, just to add more, to finish more art, because this year one of our big goals of the year is to basically put out more artwork and prepare ourselves for more tabling at conventions, like, you know, just to have the sort of output that's necessary to become a tabling artist at conventions. Because, you know, like when you go to table at conventions, you need a very prolific output of artwork and stuff like that, right? So, you know, we're trying to live up to that, and then, you know, hopefully apply to and get into some conventions so that we can, you know, do the thing, right? And you know, this year I think we're gonna try to get something lined up. We'll see what happens in the next several months. When I have more information to announce, I will, but I think I might have something upcoming, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's why we're working you know, like harder to get into the to just have, like, you know, a workflow that allows us to have like an output of art that's, like, again, more in line with some of the other artists who are working hard to apply to and table at art shows and stuff like that. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for some good luck this year, you know, crossing my fingers. But my focus in art is always, like, on the stuff that I kind of like at the moment, and right now it's like a lot of VTuber fan art. So, you know, this is what we're gonna see a lot of for some time. So, you know, hopefully you guys enjoy that too. You know, it's okay. Oh shoot, where'd it go? Whoops. I need to move this over a little bit because I drew it just a bit too far to the left. Yeah, and sometimes when you do your sketch work and stuff like that, you don't have to follow it 100%, right? Like, I do little adjustments to the actual artwork as I go when it comes to the sketch, because the one thing that I've noticed is that sometimes when I sketch things, right, things don't always align the way that I think they're supposed to. So You know, see, like there, I just made a line going across to line up the bottoms of the eyes, and I've noticed they don't really line up all that well with each other, so I have to make a micro adjustment to both sides of this. So yeah, you know, remember, your sketch is always your... It's not necessary for your sketch to be followed 100%, okay? Like, you know, sometimes you wanna make adjustments as you go because you notice things, and I know something there. So there we go. Okay. Now her eyes. Okay. Let's get these eyes in there. Okay, gotta get this curve right. Yeah, and sometimes you sketch stuff and it's like all over the place. Like me, I'm not the cleanest sketch artist out there. Like my sketches are horrific to look at. I'm shocked if people can make out my sketches sometimes. I really am. So like, you know, that's one thing that I could say that I could work on it, but at the same time, the sketch is meant to be the foundation for the finished work and stuff like that. The better you sketch, sometimes the better that your finished work is, because you figured out all the problems already. For me, it's like I do all my adjustments after sketching and stuff like that, and it's kind of like chaotic. I wish that I wasn't like this. Sometimes when I deal with sketching and stuff like that, I really wish that I could sketch a lot cleaner, so that I don't go into the line art process here and then like have to figure everything out from scratch, basically. But you know, everybody's got different focuses in art, so you know, everybody's process is going to be different. It's just mine's is just really crazy. So you know, mayhaps one day it won't be. It won't be. Maybe. Oops. Yeah, drawing anime eyes is always going to be like... I figured out like the interior of the eye, like how I usually like to draw and color them, but the lid, this part, it always changes from art picture to picture for me. It's never consistent. But I think everybody has different eye shapes anyway, so I think that's okay. Or maybe I'm just coping right now. Maybe I'm just coping. Ahoy Bardo, how is it going? Leru, what's up? How you doing, Leru? Hope everything's all good with you. Look at... This is my sketch. This is my sketch. I hope you guys can see it. I hope you can hear well too. I haven't checked the audio, but I'm drawing Mint today. I'm drawing Mint. The Phantom named Mint. But yeah, how you doing, Leru? Hope everything's all good. Very ghostly indeed. Very, very ghostly. You know what's funny? I actually don't know that much about Mint as a... I know this is like sacrilege because I just said that my focus is drawing more VTubers this year and stuff like that, right? But I'm like, I don't know that much about Mint as a content creator or as a VTuber, because I kind of missed the boat on her debut. because she debuted, retired, and then came back, right? Like that, as I understand it, and stuff like that. She came back at a time when I was watching a lot of Corpo VTubers and stuff like that, right? So I kind of missed out on a lot of what was going on in the indie scene and stuff like that. So, you know, but I liked her design, and I've seen her in a lot of clips in terms of her collabs with other people. So, you know, I've noticed her as a character and as a content creator, and I'm like, oh shoot, I like her design. I want to draw it. Life's being kind of bitch to me at the moment, but we endure. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, like, it's tough, right? Everything's tough out there right now and stuff like that for various reasons, you know, like, not to get into anything too deep or anything like that, but I hope things will turn around for you eventually, you know, like, keep the hope up, keep the hope alive, I will say. And, you know, things might turn around, you know, like, I hope so. I hope for everybody, you know. And you see, like, I don't have the same eye shape for both sides, though. The eye on the left, not the left eye specifically, but the eye on the left side, is a better shape than the one on the right side. So I gotta fix this side. But let me just finish doing the eye on the left here, and then I'll work on making it the same shape. But yeah, you know, like, I'm hoping that after this, I have another VTuber that I've been thinking about drawing for quite a while now. There's actually a few. Like, I think I'm on my indie tuber my indie tuber training arc right now, because I kind of bounce around from the corporate ones to the indie ones, like where I have like, oh, what I want to actually do. And right now this is kind of where I am. So now, what about Narissa? I was previously drawing an artwork of Narissa for Nonstop Narissa November, and I kind of stopped with it. And why did I do that? Now, normally I'm the type of person that advocates finish your artwork, just do it, right? Like, you know, but I really wasn't liking the way it was turning out. There was a part of me that was like straight up like, this is not coming out any good and stuff, right? So I gave up on that one for the time being, but I definitely am going back because I don't want to give up on the idea and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be so precious about my art where I have to like protect and finish it no matter what, you know. But at the same time, if I see something that's not coming out the way that I imagined it, I don't want to hit my head against a brick wall and just, like, you know, trying to force it to become something it isn't, right? So I'm gonna revisit drawing Narissa, but it's gonna be the same pose and the same idea, just like a little bit different and stuff like that. When and that will happen after these parts and stuff like that. So there we go. It's a little bit more in line with the shape of the other side, I think, right? Well, it's still got some problems here, so let me just let me just do this. Transform, mesh transform. There we go. The lazy artist. Yeah, it's all good. Ups and downs happen. How we deal with them is the real trouble. Hope you've been well too, sir. Yeah, I've been pretty good lately, you know. Some stuff happened, like where we gotta get some stuff fixed. I don't know if you guys have been following on Mooney's side of things, right? But our stove fan broke, and it's a rather expensive one because of where we live. So we gotta get that fixed and stuff like that. It was kind of the reason why I wasn't streaming yesterday and stuff like that, because I needed to wait for the repair person to come and diagnose the issue for us and stuff like that. And so that's why I was not on yesterday, but it did give me the chance to draw a little bit off stream and stuff like that. So, you know, positives come out of it, right? You know, when you're too deep into it, you know you could change a bunch of things, but you would take so much time that it's better to cut your losses. Yeah, that's how I was feeling about it. It's like I felt like I could change stuff on it, but it might actually be faster to just draw the pose from scratch again and stuff like that, right? Like, it's like you said, when you're just too deep into it, but then you're like, this is not coming out how I want it to. And, you know, like, I still have the vision in my head for it and what I want for it, but in order for me to get there, I might actually just have to redraw it from scratch. That's how I just felt like with that one. So, you know, it happens from time to time. And again, you know, like, I advocate for a lot of people to, you know, finish it, because you don't know what you have until you're done with the work, right? But with that one in particular, for some reason, I just kind of had a feeling that I needed to change course before I get way too in, and then I can't change course anymore with it, you know? Usually I try my best to catch these things early on, but sometimes they slip through. Yeah, really, they did, you know? And I was mentioning to chat earlier too that you know, I'm not the best at sketching in terms of clean line work and stuff like that. Like, a lot of times after I finish sketching, I've got to make so many edits to the artwork and stuff like that. Like, you guys can see right now, like, I'm literally building this image completely from the line work phase of everything and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, because of that, like, because I sketch so like crazy, you know, I'm basically redrawing entire sketches when I get here to this. It's kind of insane that I do that, but, you know, like, that's just kind of part of my method, or my process, I should say. I wish I could be better about my sketches, though, because, you know, the sketches lay so much of the foundation for your artwork that I feel like I need to sketch cleaner sometimes, but I just can't. I just cannot. And I'm for this artwork in particular, I'm trying to play with different line widths and stuff like that to you know, give this one like a very specific like look with the line work and stuff like that, you know. So I'm very fortunate in that when I first came up in doing arts and stuff like that, excuse me, when I first came up in doing arts and stuff like that, right, like, I was messing a lot with different types of inks for line work and stuff like that, right? So I experimented a lot with nibs and brushes and stuff like that. So, you know, like, it really helps to, if you've never done line work with like pen nibs and ink and brushes and stuff like that, I would highly advise trying it. it helps me so much with how I approach line work um to this day and stuff like that, you know. Sketching cleaner has its merits, but I feel like you always capture emotion really well, and the messy sketch probably has some factor into it. It might be, right? Like, I know that I have a friend who's an art teacher. She has kind of hammered into me um, the idea that when you do line work and stuff like that, right? Like, you know, capturing the like you said, the motion is so important for like the artwork in general and stuff like that, right? That I feel like that might have that might be a part of it. She's always suggested that I do more what is it I do more like 5-minute sketches and stuff like that, and just like do a lot of I forget the word for it right now. It's like the just to get the motion and the feel of the pose, as opposed to, you know, being very stiff about drawing out poses and stuff like that. I don't know what it's called anymore. I'm not a technically sound artist. Gesture drawing. Thank you, Leru. See, you're the hero we needed. Just like Batman, you're the hero we needed. Or rather, you're not the hero we need. You're the hero we deserve. that's the line, right? From those Batman movies. But yeah, gesture drawing. You're right. That's what it was called. That was what it's called. He always suggested I do more of it and stuff like that. And you know, like I tried to do a little bit more, like, and you know, like participated in a couple of sessions of doing stuff like that with them as I was trying to get better at art when I would hang out with my friends and stuff like that. So it's fun, you know, like it helps so much. Like sometimes, you know, you never know. Yeah. Glad to be of service. You're always of service. You are always of service to me. I'm very fortunate that yeah, you guys help me out when I bumble my way through our terms and stuff. Okay, that's looking okay so far, yeah. Now I'm gonna normally I follow the design references for each of the characters, like very maybe a little bit too much, right? Like I will try to draw exactly what I see and stuff like that, but you know, like sometimes I have to add certain things of my own, right? Like I have to add a little bit of my own flair to it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give her much more eyelashes than she normally has. And again, you know, like I'm using the Huion Canvas 13 here, and you know, like I always say that I love the iPad for art and stuff like that. It is an amazing tool with the Apple Pencil tool too, right? Whenever I use it, but you know, as much as I have some gripes with not getting the accuracy that I want in terms of lining with this tool, I do notice that I get my lines are much more expressive with this monitor. So I feel like this is a win here. It's like, and especially with how inexpensive this monitor is. I know 300 bucks US is not an inexpensive amount of money. I mean, it's not, it's still 200 or 300 bucks, right? But you know, like in terms of cost to benefit ratio, in terms of how much I've been using it, I would give this one a high pass right now. I give this tool a high pass. Now, it doesn't mean you always need the fanciest new stuff to do the arting. You could do arting with a napkin and a pencil, to be honest. You don't really need all this stuff. But, you know, for those of you who are wanting to dive into digital art more with the and you want like a monitor tablet that is relatively inexpensive and good for beginners and stuff like that, I highly encourage getting this one, because I will fully admit, like, and Mooney has called me out on this before, that I was not 100% sold on the non-Wacom tablets for the longest time, because I just have been only using Wacom for so long. Right? It's like when you're so comfortable with certain brands and stuff like that, you don't really wanna change, right? And that's kind of where I was. I was so comfortable with the Wacom stuff that I didn't really wanna change. So, but then, like, you know, like it became necessary for me to try a different brand, and I tried Mooney's tablet, which is an XP pen, and it was pretty good. It was pretty darn good, and I was like, oh. And then I looked up a lot of video reviews on some of the third-party stuff, right? So I think and then I came up upon a lot of reviews that were saying like glorious things about this one, and you know what, they were right. This is good. I will say the driver issues are, you know, the drivers for this brand have matured quite a bit from the early days, so I think that there's less concern about the driver issues that it used to have. So you know, it's all good. Let me just add some extras here. Of course, I think I have a really bad habit of over-checking everything, zooming out and over-checking everything all the time. That's why it takes me forever to do any line work. Okay. But yeah, like, you know, I will still stick with the so I didn't do art earlier this week because I didn't have the sketch ready, and I'm still gonna stand by that kind of thing, right, where I don't really like sketching when I'm on stream. And it's not because I feel like my sketching is ugly or anything like that, like too ugly for anybody else to see, right? I actually don't mind, because otherwise I would hide my this sketch if I minded that much, right? But the thing that's a little bit different for me when it comes to sketching live is that I feel kind of like, and it's silly, I know it's silly, but I feel kind of pressured to be like, you know, I need to get something out of this session, right? Like, I can't just sketch randomly, and then if nothing happens, then nothing happens, right? I feel like I need to get something out of the session. Like so I always feel pressure to have something by the end of the stream that I'll be like, okay, we accomplished something because now we have a full image and stuff like that, right? That we can start working on next time. So that's kind of why I avoided sketching on stream, and I still feel that way right now. And you know, like maybe it's silly for me to feel that way, right? Like maybe I shouldn't feel that way, but this particular image kind of solidified that in my mind that I shouldn't sketch on stream, because when I took this one off stream and I worked on it and stuff like that, I kind of got something that I was really happy with and stuff like that. So what I will do if I don't make it, I will make a concerted effort to have a sketch ready for each stream and stuff like that. But if I don't make it, I'll just play Monster Hunter. You know, I'll just play Monster Hunter. It's okay. You guys like Monster Hunter, right? The game runs a little bit better than it used to, so you guys should like it now, right? Let's see, how am I gonna do this now? So, nah, I feel exactly the same. Yeah, it's like, and it's not that I think that, you know, like sketching, if I sketch, it'll be ugly or whatever. It's just, I feel like, you know, I want the sketching session to be valuable, right? Like, we get something done, like just like with this line art session that I'm doing right now with this image and stuff like that. I feel like I need to get something done in this session, and you know, like I always feel bad when the sketches don't really amount to anything, and it was just me kind of sketching the entire stream and not really getting anywhere with it, right? Like, so I know that's silly, but you know, it's just kind of how I feel when I try to sketch on stream. So I'm trying not to do too much of that. I will, you know, I won't say that I won't ever have a sketching stream, because you know, like there's gonna be days when I'm gonna be like, you know what, F it, let's just do it, right? But you know, for the most part, I'm just gonna try to have something ready. Ready for prime time, let's say, and you know, if I have something ready, then you guys will be able to you know, follow along with the line arts and stuff. So you know, I think that's just better overall. So now here's something that I just noticed. The eye on this side is not in a, because she's supposed to be looking down, and a little bit more to this side. Like that. Yeah, that works. Nah, not silly at all. Sketching can be kinda freeform and aimless by nature, which is good for creativity, but not necessarily great for conclusion, direction. I don't know how to say. Yeah, I think I get what you're saying there. Like, it doesn't, because it's almost like, you know, you get lost in the sketching and you forget to interact with the audience and stuff like that, and you're just kind of, you know, like for me, I know that I get lost in my thoughts and stuff like that, and then I just kind of stop talking to chat and stuff like that. I'm just kind of like, this is so unproductive for chat. It's just me like silently sitting here and scribbling the entire time until I get something I like. So I'm trying to avoid situations like that, basically.
Emotional damage.
Oh, hey, hello. Who is that? It's Mooney. Hello, Mooney. How you doing? Let me get the shout out to Mooney. Yeah. So for anybody here who doesn't know, Mooney is my partner in crime in terms of artwork and other things. We are part of an art collective called Cappy Buds, where we do different arts and assets for streamers and other things, illustrations and whatnot, and all sorts of other fun projects like that. And how was the no tabuletto? No tablet? No? But no. There is tabuletto. Wait, what? But yeah, here we go. For those of you who don't know, actually, we have a VGen. We have a VGen called Cappy Buds, where you can look at some of the arts that we have done together, and for others and stuff like that. So you guys can check that out if you want. Did you know you were on my Marvel Rivals best friends list, Leru? Both of you. Yeah, that's right. We were looking at it. The what was it? The year-end thing, the year-end analytics and stuff like that. It was telling us who was on each of our accounts. And you were on Mooney's. There was a time when we played a heck of a lot of Marvel Rivals. Haven't played that game in so long. We recently actually started dabbling in it again, stuff like that. From time to time we will play certain things again and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, like, I know how it's like though. Sometimes, you wanna play some certain games, but then not everybody's playing anymore, so you're not feeling it and stuff like that, right? So I get that totally, right? But in recent times we played a little bit, as of late, I will say, especially since they were doing a lot of New Year's, not New Year's, but New Year's, New Year's holiday and other celebration there and stuff like that. So they had a lot of giveaway stuff, and I kind of wanted to get that Iron Spider costume from the Civil War related one, not the MCU one, but the Civil War Iron Spider costume, which is kind of cool. I do like it. I didn't dislike the game, to be honest. It's just that all my friends were mega sweats and the rank grind got to me. Oh yeah, definitely, right? You can't get away from the mega sweaty from when you play games like shooters, right? Especially when ones that are very, very I'm not gonna say that it's like an Overwatch clone or anything like that, but Overwatch adjacent, we shall say. Those games will always have the mega sweaty. Did you know that it is hard to ban Deadpool in the update? Oh yeah, I heard about that. A lot of people on the early access have been saying stuff about the Deadpool, and yeah, it's apparently rather hard to have him banned. which is very in line with his character. You just can't get rid of him. By the way, is the volume and the music and stuff like that, is it good? Is it good, guys? Is it Wait, how so? Does he move the button? No, so basically, Deadpool is the first character in Marvel Rivals that's multi-class, and he's every class. He's a Vanguard, he's a Duelist, and he's a Strategist. So in order to ban Deadpool from a game, you don't ban Deadpool, you have to ban the roles. And because he fulfills all three roles, you have to ban him 3 times in order to get him fully banned from a game, which might not be the smartest use of your ban. So, you know, you might not be able to get rid of him from any game out there, depending on what happens with you know, like how good he is in each role. I do wish he would move the button though. Like you go to ban him and he just moves the button. He's like, nah, sorry. And apparently he has a lot of one-liners and stuff like that with a lot of the characters. Like so far, apparently he actually talks to Galacta before the matches and stuff like that when she's counting down and stuff like that. There's one line that people thought that was hilarious because he's making fun of Phoenix for not having Scott Summers in the game yet and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that are going on with Deadpool right now in the game that's like really really hilarious. Pumpkin, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in. What's going on with you, Pumpkin? We're just talking about Marvel Rivals while I'm trying to draw this artwork here of a minty Phantom. Because I'm in my full on VTuber training arc. This is the VTuber training arc. I'm in the mountains, looking for that waterfall to train under. I'm gonna try to get the best art possible. And yeah, you know, there's some motivation for me to draw what's popular out there. I will fully admit that, right? Like, you know, because it's what gets eyeballs. But it does help when I specifically look at an artwork and go, oh, you know what? I kind of like that. I kind of really like that design. So, you know, like let me draw that and stuff like that. So it does help. That does in fact help a heck of a lot. Let me just move some of this. And you know, like I again, if you're wondering, I can do all this because I'm using vector layers, okay? Like when you're not using vector layers in Clip Studio, you can still use a lot of the transform tools to move things around and stuff like that, right? But it might mess with the sharpness of it because it's not because, you know, like it's gonna recalculate where the pixels are supposed to be and stuff like that. So I would highly advise you know, if you want to do like move stuff around, just be very careful when you're doing it with layers that are not the vector layers, is what I would say. And also, don't be lazy like me. Actually redraw your lines. No, I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want. That's why you work digital, right? But I as you guys can see, for some reason I don't just redraw the lines. I just freaking I just do mesh transform and then just move the line to where I want it to be for sometimes. And this is more of a thing having to do with this particular tablet. As much as I raved about the tablet earlier, there are some limiters with this tablet, including the fact that sometimes, you know, like I can't get the exact stroke that I want with it, right? So I have to do things to make up for the fact that I'm not getting the exact stroke. So that's kind of one of those things that I have to do. It is what it is, you know, like you just do what you need to do to get the end result, right? That's how I feel about art. I'm not very precious or particular about doing things the quote-unquote or the right way, whatever that even means sometimes, you know? Let's see here. She's got this part here. Then, like, you know, I abuse the hell out of Control Z. Just like every other artist out there, my Control Z. Luckily, I have a new keyboard, though. Luckily, I have a new keyboard, and I like the Control and the Z buttons are not, like, destroyed at this point. Though I do have a shortcut for Control Z on the tablet itself too, because there's like these quick key buttons that I could use and stuff like that, and I actually set set them up to be Control Z also. So it's like, it's kind of like that is definitely the keyboard combo that will forever follow us until the end of time. I wish the lines were sentient so you could direct them like a maestro, power of words and all that. Can you imagine? It's like, I imagine it like, when you mentioned that, I imagine it like Fantasia from Disney, the old Mickey Mouse cartoon, where he's using magic to control like his furniture to do certain things and stuff like that, and it kind of goes out of control. I can imagine that that's what would happen. I can totally see that happening. You move over there a bit to the right, more flowy. Yeah, that's it. Can you imagine? It doesn't understand what you're trying to tell it. It's like, it just kind of shrugs. It's like, what do you mean more flowy? It's like, just kind of like, what? You know, flowy. Come on. You can do the whiplash. Not quite my tempo. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's like, come on. Like, you know, how could you not know what I'm saying? Okay, I get that part first, and then I start to build up the bangs in the front, and then the other side. So there we go. And again, you know, like, this artwork, the pose for it and stuff like that is kind of inspired a little bit, right? Like, some of my favorite artists, well, specifically Yoneyama Mai, who is an animator that I'm sure a lot of you know of, specifically specializes in artwork with characters, you know, it would poses like similar to this and stuff like that. And I kind of wanted to do something that was similar, but in my way and stuff like that. So, you know, what I mean by the pose being similar is actually the upturned chin. That is like her favorite thing. Specifically the upturned chin, and then like she also adds like a level of detail to the bottom of the eyes and stuff like that, right? Like, so the eye wrinkle from the bottom, that's a favorite of hers, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Which situation? Oh yeah, I mentioned it earlier. The which is why I wasn't I don't know if you guys can hear Mooney in the back, actually, because I have like the noise gate on this, like, and it's pretty high, so I don't know if you guys can hear. But yeah, Mooney was mentioning the fan, our yeah, our what is it? Our kitchen fan for the stove and stuff like that. It's unfortunately not. No. Yeah. It's not moving. It's not working. We had to get somebody to come and kind of look at it and stuff like that and tell us what was wrong with it. Which is why I wasn't able to stream yesterday, because I was a little bit worried about, that person being here. And then, like, I'm sitting here streaming while somebody's doing work in the background. It's gonna be kind of weird. That's our boy. Yeah, coffee barks anytime Mooney gets near me. I think the purity coffee kicks in, and then coffee decides that no, you guys cannot be close. Let me see if I can erase the right things here now. Is it like that? Yeah. But yeah, so far so good here. I do think I'm gonna try to work on this one to the finish line on stream, because we already have the digital circus artwork in the oven on Mooney's end. So I think I should continue to work on this one as much as I can. Because I can't bombard people with too many things all at once and stuff like that, right? No, miss, what's up? How you doing? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. I'm beginning, well, not really beginning, but I am working on new VTuber fan art today. I am actually drawing the maid that is minty. How are you? It's okay. How are you guys? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Just had to like I was saying just now, we had to deal with some home fan issues because our stove fan is not working and stuff. So it's getting in the way of cooking and stuff. But we got it diagnosed yesterday, and it's gonna be a pretty penny to fix it, unfortunately. But that's kind of what it is. So we'll see what happens. I can complain and be grumpy about it, but it doesn't help anything if I do. Yeah, it's just one of those situations, right? Like, it kind of just sort of happened. But that's okay, like, again, at least we got it looked at already, and like we know what we need to do at this point, right? Is it something you can fix yourself? No, unfortunately it's not. They have to actually so they actually have to tear up a large portion of the hood itself, and then replace the motor inside. And it's like it's just one of those things where the parts are specialized, so you have to order them from very specific places. Unfortunately, you know, like, yeah, that's not something that we'll be able to do ourselves. The last time I tried to do something like that myself in terms of home repairs is I actually tried to fix a washing machine by myself. And I actually succeeded in fixing said washing machine myself. But yeah, this capybara probably shouldn't have done that by by themselves. It was not a smart move to try to do something like that, because I was probably adding to my own injury history by doing that, unfortunately. So, because it might sound strange to you guys, but washing machines are heavy. And I am but a small capybara. What's up, coffee? Yeah, I gotta put like a landmark there so that I can know how long to make each of these. Yeah, you'd need at least 5 capybaras to pull a washing machine. Yeah, at least, right? At least 5 of them, right? Including, so, you know, like, I couldn't find 4 others, unfortunately. You know? Oh, what the heck did I just do there? I went the wrong way. Oh, no. So I don't know if you guys can hear, but I'm being barked at. I'm being barked at. There's a little yappy yap who probably wants some treats, but I already gave you treats. You already got treats. You already got treats. Why are you still yappy yap? Hmm? I'm being barked at for more treats. Okay. Hey. Okay. Let me figure out what Coffee wants, and I will be right back, guys. Let me figure it out, because he wants me to follow him. He's like looking right at me, like with the expectation of follow me. We're doing this now? He's a happy little dog now. He's a happy little one now. Yeah, I think he's a little spoiled for certain treats, and I know I should be watching what I give him a little bit more than that, but he seems very intent. Though we have very specific treats that we give him, so it's not like we're giving him random stuff or anything like that. It's just, he's got a certain expectation at this point. Okay, so let's see. I'm just trying to set up where everything should be. Whoops. Oh, damn. Okay, I accidentally changed my setup there. Oops. I wonder if you guys saw that. my whole setup changed. Oh no. I hit some buttons and then everything like changed up on me. So I'm trying to figure out what's going. How do I get it back? Oh, okay. I think I got it. Actually, let me get rid of this line right now there, because I feel like I can't have that there just yet. I might need to change it, is why. Yeah, and I'm trying to make sure that the lines are not too, like, they're all pretty much going the same direction, but I don't want them to just end off at the same level and stuff like that, so I'm trying to add some variation to them. At least just a little bit, right? Like, Onegai Muscle? Who's Onegai Muscle? Illyria, what's up? How you doing? How is everything? let me just move some stuff because I gotta make sure I can see all my panels and stuff. It's kind of funny, like how Onegai, that song and the stuff from that anime just kind of came and went. I don't know. It's just really funny to me that how some things catch on and then they just kind of disappear. The heck is that? Oh, that's the wrong tool. Okay. I was like, wait, why is it like so weird looking? Yeah, sorry, I'm in like full concentration mode because I'm trying to figure this part out right now. So I'm like thinking about it as I'm going. And this is kind of part of what I was mentioning earlier, how, you know, I do my sketch and like, it's a good roadmap for where I want to go, but then I make most of my edits and stuff like that when I do the line art. So my sketch never, it looks like the final result, but it never quite lines up with it. Dimitri always say hi. What's up? How you doing? What is going on? Oh, KK, yeah. Yeah, we're drawing Fantome Mint today, or at least I'm trying to do the line work for her and stuff like that right now, and we shall see where it goes. We shall see how far we get with this. But yeah, let's see though. What the heck was I doing? See, I kind of did something weird here. So this is part of the forehead. This line right here is actually part of the forehead, and I kind of drew over it from here as if it was a part of the hair. So I'm just trying to add some stuff to indicate more that it's part of the forehead. But yeah, I'm going through my my VTuber training arc right now, so I've been drawing a lot of, or at least I've been trying to draw a lot more VTuber fan art right now. So this is what I came up with for this one in particular. So I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to finish this in the not too distant future. The unfortunate part is I take forever to draw to finish everything, so we'll see. We'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. But I'm hoping. I'm hoping. And I don't want this like front bang here to just be like this one big piece that's like uniformly shaped and stuff like that, so I'm separating it a little bit more. It's not in her original artwork to be like that, but you know, we can take artistic license, you know? We can do that because this is fan art. Okay, if you're not getting the right curve, then just turn the paper until you get the right curve. And, you know, like... Okay, that seems about right. It's gotta add some extra hairs to it. And then that should be good. I could always get rid of the line that's making up the side of her head there, but I always like having a little bit of it showing through the hair to kind of help frame the face a little bit more. Golden, what's up? Thanks for the lurk. Super appreciate it. Hey. Did that again. Yeah, I probably need to change the size of my text and stuff like that inside of Clip Studio, because I feel like it's like way bigger than I remember it being. I guess something happened with the settings or something, because the screen size is like. It's so much bigger, like the icons and stuff like that, that I feel like I keep accidentally pulling my panels out because of like just like muscle memory from how I use the screen and stuff like that. Like there's parts of it that I keep pulling on that's like, huh. So I might have to make some changes to that, but I'm not gonna do that right now. You know, it's not affecting us so much that I have to do it right now and right away. Turn this around so I can get the... Oops. Is that the right... Yes, it is the right tool. It's just that for some reason I'm not able to draw right now. Why is that? Oh, 1%, of course. Yeah, see, I keep accidentally hitting things that are stopping me from doing the thing I want. Because again, the UI is so much bigger for some reason. I think it's because I set the text or whatever for large for small size screen by accident somehow. Maybe it's because I hit the quick key for it while I was setting up. Actually, let me fill this in at least with something, right? Or, well, not really filling it in, but rather just drawing this the big circle inside the eye, whatever it's called. I know my anatomy. I know the names of things. And then the chin is a little bit larger. Like there's a little bit larger of a space right there, but it's because under the chin then we've got this shadow that's gonna be around here and going up, so we have to make some space for the chin there. And then her hair is like wavy down here. Okay, so we're probably going to be able to get to just a little bit more of this with the time we have tonight, but it's okay. We actually made a lot of progress regardless, right? The face is usually the hardest thing. I'll probably end up doing a lot more of the line art before the next stream next week and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe we'll actually end up being able to color in a little bit. Maybe, perhaps. You know, with any luck. Uh-oh. You have a loud bark broke. Yeah, sometimes Coffee hears some mysterious noises coming from the hallways, and he has to let everyone know that he hears it, and he hears it and he senses it. Okay, so it looks like on this side there's like this sort of pattern over here. Kind of get rid of this. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that a little bit. Yeah, vector erase is not perfect. I wish that they could fix it up a little bit, because look, it leaves a lot of stuff all around, especially if you're not fully clean in terms of your line work and stuff like that, right? So it leaves like these little particles all over the place that sometimes you just gotta kind of deal with. Is it like that way? That's okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not the best, unfortunately, but you know, it's kind of, for me at least, it's still better than not having it, but I kind of do wish that that there was an update that will focus on improving the tool in a lot of aspects, where it doesn't, you know, leave all that crap all over the place, and it can tell the difference between the different like corners a little bit better. Or if I go over a line more than once, then it merges that line at least fully, so that it, you know, when you do the vector erase, it knows, okay, this is like supposed to be one solid line and not all these little extra ones. Because I think that's actually what messes it up most of the time. So she's got something like that there, and then on behind that, over in the frilly part of the maid outfit, there's like a butterfly ribbon. Well, it's not a butterfly, but it's you know, in that sort of like design. We're really only gonna be able to do the head today, huh? And then there's Coffee barking at everybody in the hallway. Let's see, what? That I just noticed that, huh? Oh, I didn't realize that. So she has like on one side of her head, something like this triangular shape. I think that's the ghost hat thing. I don't know what it's called. It's like but it's like to denote that, you know, she is of the non-living. She's actually got one of those on that side of her head. I didn't realize that, well, until I just looked at it now on the reference that I have. Get rid of all this stuff. Don't need it. Okay, and then around here is that frilly part. The frilly part. I think I'll work on that in a bit. I don't want to dive right into it. I always save the harder parts for later. I can go downwards right now instead. You know, again, vector erase is good until it doesn't work, and then I'm like, eh. I'll just do it by hand. Okay, so this is the part that's a little bit, okay. So she's got a collar here, like a collar type thing. Oops. Trying to follow the same curve as the bottom there. Get rid of all this now. Okay, so it's kind of longish, so it goes up to here, I guess, right? And then what happens is it has like a pattern on it, like a frilly pattern on the edge there. If I can control and see that. Okay, there we go. Right? It's got like a frilly pattern of some sort on the edge there, so I'm gonna have to put that in, but I just have this as my like placeholding guidelines for it for the time being. Okay, let's see where we're at now. And, you know, the perspective of this is a little bit forced in a lot of ways. So, you know, her head and face over here is a little bit bigger than the rest of her body, as it kind of angles backwards and stuff like that. So it kind of has like some foreshortening in a lot of ways. Now, this side where her hand is up here, this technically should be a much bigger part over here, because like when you're kind of foreshortening things, usually when the hand is closer to the viewer, it's bigger than the face in a lot of ways. This is just kind of like a rule of thumb type of thing, so I'll probably end up making that a little bit bigger over there. And then the way I sketched her arm, though, is kind of wrong. It's like bending backwards in a way that's impossible, because I was kind of zoomed in when I did that. So I'm gonna have to reverse the angle of that so that it's more coming towards the viewer as opposed to going away from it. Or at least going downwards, I should say. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. From there, let's see. Let me just hit save first. But yeah, like, I think it's a good time to let you guys know. I'm gonna be working on this over the weekend, but then the next time I'll be back on stream is Tuesday, around the same time. It's 6 to 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, which is roughly 3 to 3:30 p.m. West Coast time in the United States. So these are all North American times and stuff like that, right? I'm gonna be back Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to work on this artwork in particular. It doesn't look quite like we did a whole lot, but actually, like, the hardest part of doing the sort of line art is the face and the hair and stuff like that. So we got plenty done, and I'm very happy with the way that the face and the eyes and stuff like that overall are coming out and stuff like that. We'll see if I kind of mess with this a little bit. Like, maybe I'll go in and make it a little bit smaller, even, like. Because you just kind of have to mess with these proportions until it looks rather solid. Now, I could leave her head and her face a lot bigger, because again, you're forcing the perspective of her face being closer to the viewer, and then everything kind of falling backwards over here gets smaller and smaller, like, really quickly. But I feel like for this image, it might actually be a little bit too big. But, luckily I did this whole line art in vector lines, so I can kind of do whatever I want with it without losing resolution. So, that's kind of why I do this, in those kind of resolutions. So, with this kind of layer. So yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. And then we'll see what happens when we start coloring it, again, like, this part over here is gonna have something of shading underneath the chin, so the chin actually appears a little bit bigger in this scenario, but that's okay. That we kind of expect that. Maybe we'll give her a dimple or something. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. And then I think next art project after this is going to be a different VTuber. I'm just going to continue the training art. I'm just going to keep doing them and stuff like that. After the next one, though, maybe I'll go back to Nerissa, or maybe I have a different artwork that I have to do before I do Nerissa. So I gotta keep pushing the one that I wanted to do back over and over again. It's unfortunate, but that's just kind of the way things are. I'm preparing a lot of artwork for the possibility that, I want to apply to different art tables and events and stuff like that, right? So in order to kind of apply to those things, you got to prove that, you have the output to actually meet the expectations for joining those art tables and stuff like that. So I've got to, I got to get off my ass and do a whole lot more art than I was doing even last year and stuff like that. And, towards the end of last year, I felt like I kind of tapered off in terms of my output. The last 2 months, I haven't put out too much and stuff like that, and it's a combination of holiday stuff with family that kind of prevented it, and also my indecision on what to do about Twitter and stuff like that, right? So like, there's a lot of conversation going on about what's going on with Twitter and how to approach that as your social media, and whether or not to like focus on other platforms like Blue Sky and stuff like that. But I feel like there's probably like a happy medium where I post mostly artwork on Blue Sky and still post art on Twitter, because you can't get away from how big Twitter is, right? Like, you just can't get away from the user base. You need to have eyeballs on what you do, right? Like, otherwise, there's no point in participating in social media, right? So like, you do need the eyeballs, but there are ways to format your artwork in ways that will make it a little bit more safe to put up on Twitter, until of course they decide to alter tools so that's pointless, right? So that's the unfortunate part of that. But we'll kind of work and navigate around that. I think I should start posting art again though, because I haven't been. So I'm gonna start posting art somewhere again very soon and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll have this one done pretty soon afterwards. But yeah, in the meantime, before we kind of take off from here, let's see something, guys. Let's see. Who is on right now? I see some people's on. I see some people's doing the arts and stuff like that. We just gotta pick someone to kind of pay a visit to, right? We gotta pick someone to pay a visit to. We'll see who. Actually, I see another rodent of extraordinary size that we can go pay a visit to. So let's do that. Again, I'll be working on this artwork this weekend. Hopefully by next time, most of the line art will be done, or mostly there, and we can just start coloring and stuff like that. Yeah. And then, again, if you guys want to see more of our stuff, we are on VGen under vgen.co/capybuds, CAPYBUDS. Yeah, see, I can do the advertising stuff too. I don't always forget. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna go pay a visit to another rodent of unusual size named Gage. He super cool person, and yeah, they are doing stuff, tabletop RPGs. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Here we go. Starting raid in like a couple of seconds, right? We're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, see you guys next Tuesday, and yeah, have a great weekend. Great. Goodbye.